Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to Ask Rich episode 5, where I take one viewer question each week and go ahead and answer it. So now, this week's question was, hey, Rich, I'm doing a great job of budgeting month to month, but where I get thrown out of whack is when I have one of those expenses that come up that are maybe every 6 months or once a year. Do you have any tips for how I could plan for those known expenses that are coming? They're just not month to month. They're only a couple of times a year. And now this is a very good question, and I do have a very good tip for you, and it's called sinking funds. So in this episode, I'm going to explain exactly what that is and how you could implement it in your life to make things a hell of a lot easier for you. Let's get to it. All right, so sinking funds, all it is, it's like a savings account, but it has a specific purpose. So you use that account only to tackle one thing. So for example, if you pay your homeowner's insurance once a year, then you could open up a savings account at an online bank, like I use Capital One 360 for my sinking funds, and you open up that account and you deposit the money into that specific account for a specific purpose each and every month. So if your homeowner's insurance, for example, is $1,200 a year, then you could open up an account, you could nickname it right on the website, right on Capital One, and call it your homeowner's premium fund, and set up an automatic transfer from your checking account over into that fund once a month for $100. So at the end of 12 months, you have $1,200 in there, and you could just pay your annual premium that way. So by doing this, you're setting it up as a monthly payment. It's coming directly out of your account. You could set up an automatic transfer, and then it could be part of your monthly budget. But you're not actually stroking the check, or you're not actually paying the premium until the bill comes due, which might be 12 months down the road. And now you could apply this to many different aspects of your life. It's a very good way to save for specific things. So for example, if you want to buy a house in 2 years, and you know that you need to save $24,000, then you could set up a fund called down payment on the house, and you know that every month you got to get $1,000 into that account. So people use this for Christmas. This is like a Christmas club account back in the day, where you could set up an account, call it Christmas presents account, and if you know that you typically spend around $1,500 a year for Christmas, just divide that by 12 and send that over each and every month. Same thing with car insurance premium. If you pay that every 6 months, just figure out what that monthly amount is on your premium, break it down, and send it over each and every month. And then at the end of the 6 months, you have it available to you. So in my opinion, the simplest way to do this is to open it up with an online bank. Like Capital One 360, you could have multiple savings accounts, and they're not charging you any minimum balance fees or transfer fees or anything like that. So there's no cost to do this. And then when you go online and you look at your accounts, you can see all the different accounts that you have at Capital One, and the nicknames are right there. So you know at a glance how much money you have in your homeowner's insurance fund, or you can do it for your property taxes. If your mortgage doesn't escrow your property taxes, you could break it down and send it monthly. So it's a great way to dedicate different accounts for different purposes, because it's just more intentional. It makes it easier to save for those things. Like if you commingle everything into just one emergency fund, for example, it makes it much more difficult. It's easier if you just have these separate accounts with specific goals. And an emergency fund, that's something completely different. Use an emergency fund for things that are not known, for emergencies that come up, like your air conditioner breaks and you need to replace it, you need to go to your emergency fund. But the sinking funds, those are for things that you know they're coming. You know that once a year Christmas is coming. You know that your homeowner's insurance is due once a year. And with things like homeowner's insurance and car insurance and life insurance, you typically get a discount if you pay the premium once a year. So this is a great way to budget for that and to still pay it monthly, but you're not actually sending the premium until it's due on an annual basis. So you could save hundreds of dollars a year just by paying your homeowner's insurance or your life insurance annually, instead of being set up on an automatic monthly payment directly with the insurers. So that is my best tip for you. Sinking funds are a great idea. With Capital One, I think you could have up to like 15 different accounts. So you don't want to confuse yourself, but through their portal and everything, it's actually very easy. And I'm sure other online banks are set up the same way. But you want to do a little bit of research, make sure that you're not paying any fees, that there's no minimums on these accounts to have them set up, or transfer fees or anything like that. So you don't want to pay anything to do this. But it's just a great way to be laser focused on specific goals or specific purposes that you have, and have different accounts set up for it. So that's what a sinking fund is. In my opinion, it's a great way to go, and it sounds like it will solve your problem. So thank you so much for asking the question. I appreciate it. And for everybody out there, if you want your question answered on a future episode, please email me right here, rich@schoolofpf.com. I would love to answer your questions on the future episode. Please make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. I will see you on Friday with my regularly scheduled episodes. So once again, we're doing Monday and Friday with our regular episodes, and each Wednesday we're doing another Ask Rich episode. So thanks so much for everybody that has subscribed and that's coming here, watching each and every video. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you all again in the next one. Thanks a lot.